I got into the industry, I was playing football in Los Angeles, and somebody came to us to promote their products, give football boots away and give football kit away. And I thought to myself, well, I could give things away for a living. I would be pretty good at that. So I worked for a company called MITA and in promotions, soccer promotions. And it was at that point I realized that if you really want to make a living and do something that you are passionate about, then go into something that you are extremely passionate about, because you wake up every day and you don't really go to work. So it was at that point, because I'm an accountant by profession and I've been in commerce all my life. But when I got into sport and blended all of that together, I knew I'd found my destiny. I worked with one of my great mentors. His name was Charles Denson. He was in his last post was the president. He's the outgoing president of Nike, and he used to come out with little anecdotes that I've lived by forever. And there was always the great mantra at Nike: you just do it. Well, of course, he took that on to whole new levels, and his was just find a way. You have to find a way. But the most important asset, resource in any business is people. And without people, you can't get anything done. So those are the two elements for me, is finding a way, don't listen to the protocol and try and identify ways around it. But also, it's about hiring good people, having good people around you. I think the great point about leadership is that you have to set a vision and you have to have some goals. The vision for me at Manchester City Football Club was to bring a trophy to the community that they hadn't seen in 45 years. To get there, you need an awfully strong tailwind. But you also need all of the core elements of a great organisation, great people committed to that same vision. So when Yaya Toure scored the goal against Stoke City in the FA Cup final, and we were sitting in the Royal Box, that was the moment when A, I started to cry, but B, it was the realisation that the manifestation of everything that we'd said we were going to do had come to fruition, and it was a reality. And in leaving the stadium and seeing grown men cry after the football match was again another adaptation of that realization. We met the needs of every piece of that community, including the shareholders, including the fans, and including the employees. Really simple. To be a great leader, you can't manage people. You have to create great leaders. To create great leaders, you have to allow people to make mistakes. You have to allow risk at the right levels, and you have to allow people to feel empowered and feel that they are part of the success. So you have to find ways to create accountability and responsibility and reward that. Well, I just mentioned Charlie Denson. It was a great mentor, but one of my big role models in most recent years has been Khaldoon Al-Mubarak, who educated me not just about business at the very highest level. Abu Dhabi is kind of the economic waiting room of the world, and so I learned an awful lot about where business meets politics, which I was intrigued by. But more importantly, he taught me a new culture. And I think in life, as we become a global community, understanding cultures is really, really important. I've worked in the United States for 25 years. I've worked in the UK, and I've worked with the Abu Dhabi and the Middle Eastern culture. And that knowledge is as important as the Business 101 that they teach you at business school.